Good evening. Welcome to Ask the Home Inspector here on Berks Community Television. I'm your host, Joe Kelly with Advanced Home Inspections. And I've been serving Berks County and its residents for the past 17 years with over 5,000 satisfied customers. I hope you enjoy the show. We're underwritten by Keystone Ashey, the American Society of Home Inspectors local Berks County chapter. And over the course of the show, we hope to explain to you how a house works and what you need to do to keep it working. This is an audience participation call or show. If you have a question that is relevant to tonight's topic, please feel free to call in at 610-378-0426. Our guests, we're going to go a little bit off topic tonight for a very worthwhile foundation. Our guests tonight are Diane Salks, Chairman of the Board of the Home Builders Association's Restoring Hope Foundation, and another member of the board, Dennis Kintzer. So, Diane, tell us a little bit about what the Restoring Hope Foundation is.
Well, the Restoring Hope Foundation is one of the things that I'm extremely passionate about in my life.
Good.
For the past 4 years, we choose a family, a home-owning, working family, or retired, and we do a small renovation project for them.
Okay.
It's got to be a Berks County family, and it has to be something that we can do in 6 days.
6 days, that's a fair amount of time. And how was the foundation formed and why?
In 2010, many of you may remember that the ABC Extreme Home Makeover occurred. They came to the Home Builders Association of Berks County and asked them to actually, I guess, run it. And that was a 2-week, 24/7 renovation project, build project. Afterwards, many of those people enjoyed it so much they wanted to make sure that we could continue doing it in Berks County on a smaller level.
So you wanted to pass it forward?
Yes, they wanted to pass it forward. So they developed and implemented the HBA Restoring Hope Foundation as its own 501c3.
Okay. I was watching your last renovation from last year this afternoon, as a matter of fact, before we came. It was another very worthwhile Berks County family. Where were they? Where was that? How did you pick them?
Oh. Well, that's a really large question.
Yes, it is. We can slice that one up a little bit.
Okay. Do you want to address how we picked them,
well,
Dennis?
The easiest way to put it, and I use easy very loosely because it was not an easy process. It is, first and foremost, there's a number of applications that come in because there's a lot of very worthy families who need a little help. And so as they fill out their applications and submit them to the Restoring Hope Foundation, the board is then tasked with narrowing that down, which is a very, very difficult process, as you can imagine. There are a number of board members take all these applications and they filter down to about 5 applications that then go through the arduous process of site visits and making sure that it fits within the qualifications of what is a good candidate for this type of build, because you can't, unfortunately, we can't take them all, and
right.
And that would be the ideal situation. So
you have to have it done in 6 days too. So then you've got time constraints, and this is all volunteer work too, isn't it?
Absolutely. So and Diane can speak far better to this, but I can tell you that all of the labor is donated. Everything from people who are swinging a hammer to having individuals come and help from the VOTEC to the cleaning company that comes in and cleans up afterwards and makes it really pretty for that final presentation. All of that labor is donated. So,
okay, and many of the materials are also donated for the most part?
99.9%, yes. We've been very, very fortunate.
Good. That's great. Well, that shows the spirit of the community here in Berks County, the fact that a foundation like yours has spawned from that show. And that you're helping Berks County residents, and being in Berks County, all of the materials and volunteer work are all Berks County residents also.
For the most part. The third build was in Wummelsdorf, and that year we also had people from the Lebanon HBA in the Lebanon area that came and helped.
Okay.
But our stipulation is that it must be a home in Berks County. But not that you can donate from outside of it. You can come and help.
You can donate
us
from anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere.
And you do have a website with a place to donate also.
We do, and we have a brand new website, and that also has been donated.
Oh,
and it's
great.
it's being taken care of for the first year. That also is being donated. So it's just up since January. The application is on the website. They can download it, fill it out, save it, and send it back to Christian as an attachment. They can print it and put it in the mail or drop it off at the HBA office.
What if, say, I wanted to volunteer, I wanted to help?
You could let Christian know. You could let me know. You could contact
Well,
us through
somebody in the
email.
audience, how would they do it? Emailing through the Home Builders Association, or
No, emailing
calling?
through our website,
Okay.
the HBARestoringHope.org. You could email us. You could call Christian. That contact information is all on the website. We would be glad to have the help.
And we've had people actually through our social media. I think it's important to point out there's a Facebook page as well. So we will get interaction. We have about 470 at the last check. It was a couple days ago I checked that. That people are just interacting, and they want to not only share the good news about RHF, but make that information available to maybe a family that they're aware of that could use some help with this type of project. But I've also seen posts get made on the social media website where someone may say, hey, how can I help out, or who do I contact? We've even solicited and had contributions come through as far as monetary donations come straight through the Facebook page that we have. So we direct them through there. We use that as a medium.
So you've been doing this this is your 5th year now? And what type of builds have you done? What was the one that stands out the most for you?
Oh, they all stand out. I was chair this past year for the Well Goes. All of the families have just been remarkable families and very appreciative. They've all come back for the reveals. This past year when we revealed to Lisa, the first 3 recipients were all there.
Oh, great.
So that's always nice to see.
And you can watch movies or clips of last year's build on your website also?
You can watch YouTube
YouTube
videos.
Well, there's links to it on your website.
There are links from the website, and Christian Malesic is the executive officer of the HBA,
Yes.
and he has done a remarkable job taking the videos, editing them, putting them up onto YouTube.
If you remember, Christian was our guest last month. So how are you going to decide on this year's project? Have you received any applications as of yet?
We have received a couple, but right now is the time frame when that all starts to get traction. So understand that the application is available on HBARestoringHope.org's website, but not only can you get that application through there, sometimes, as I mentioned earlier, people will share that with other people. They may nominate somebody. Those applications are made available through superintendents at schools, through churches. So we really make every effort possible to reach out to the community in every channel possible. In fact, there was information just covered through the Reading Eagle as well. So there's many, many different avenues to reach out to those people, and we're doing our best to try and reach out through those channels.
So if anyone that's watching has an avenue to reach a large portion of potentially needy homeowners here in Berks County, they could contact you and for the distribution process of the application?
Absolutely. Yep, that would be strongly encouraged.
And when is the deadline for this application?
March 13th.
Oh, it's coming up quick.
It's coming up quick.
Very quick.
Yes. They could also stop over at the HBA office in West Lawn at 25 Stevens Avenue.
Okay.
They could pick up an application there, or they could call, and we would mail them one.
Okay, so the opportunity is out there. If you know somebody in need in Berks County, they don't have to be, they just have to fit the criteria. What is is there a criteria guideline starting place?
There is. They have to be homeowners.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be current on their mortgage and insurances.
As you mentioned earlier, they need to be Berks County based.
Berks County based.
But they don't necessarily have to be handicapped or disabled in any way?
They don't have to be, no.
No.
No. It does ask whether or not you have any disabilities. We also ask whether or not you're a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
And veterans organizations were also contacted.
Oh, another great way to reach out to the community. Anything special about any of the last builds that you did? The one I saw today, you put a shower in for your last build that made it much easier for the people to be able to bathe.
The Welgo family, lovely, lovely people. Lisa Welgo is the one who applied.
Mm-hmm.
She has cerebral palsy and two biological children, Jessica, who's 27, and Allison, who's a college student. And then they adopted two children 4 years ago, biological brother and sister, Hank and Haley. They're now 8 and 5. Shortly after they adopted them, Lisa found out that she had breast cancer.
Oh.
So she also survived that. They have a very, very small but lovely, well-maintained home in Upper Bern Township. And it's becoming more and more difficult for Lisa to get in and out of her car, particularly with the winter we had last year.
Oh, yeah, and this year.
So on her application, she had asked for a carport, which the people who came and donated the materials and time built her more than a carport.
I saw that.
If you saw that, it's absolutely beautiful. And she wanted to have her washer and dryer brought up to the first floor so that she could help Dennis, her husband, do some of the work. So they got that and quite a bit more than we try to do the most that we can with what we have.
It looked like you pretty much redecorated or redid most of the house.
We did. The bathroom was made into a handicapped accessible bathroom. We gave them additional storage. There was new carpeting. Most of the rooms were painted. Some new furniture. Landscaping was completely redone and a patio was installed. And both of the CTCs were involved, the Career and Technology Centers. The Reading Muhlenberg brought their kids for a day, and the Ole CTC brought the horticulture group for a day. So it was really nice.
Landscaping.
Yeah, it was really nice to have the kids involved.
Yeah, I'll bet. Any of the other past builds stand out? Sure
Would you like me to run through the builds?
Oh, a few of them, yeah. We have time.
Okay. The first build in 2011, it was our very first build, so it was a real learning lesson. It ended up being a 2-week build. That was for the Eisenhower family in Charlottesville. And Steve was confined to a wheelchair and was basically sleeping in the wheelchair because he couldn't get up the stairs to the bedroom or the bathroom.
Wow.
So the group of people from the Restoring Hope we actually built an addition to the home. And they built a handicapped.
On one floor.
Yes, on the first floor we built a handicapped accessible bedroom, handicapped bathroom, and a ramp so that he could get out.
Was the Lebanon Home Builders Association involved in that one also, or?
No, that was Berks County. We have a lot of people from the Home Builders Association that come and help. We have a lot of individual volunteers. One of the neatest things, and I'm sidetracking here a little bit, but for me, one of the neatest things is the people that I get to meet in this. We have some retired men that have come just this past year or for several years now, and they just come and they work all day. And they will do anything you ask them to do.
Don't be surprised if I show up at the next one.
We would love to have you show up at the next one. We don't know where it's going to be yet, but we would absolutely
March
love to have you show
13th
up.
is the deadline. If you know somebody that's in need, please fill out an application, send it in.
Or if you yourself have a need. So that's what we did for them. We found that 2 weeks was way too long, and that we had to stop. We had to cut that down to a week. 2012, the build was in Muhlenberg Township. It was for a single mom who had a really good job, but she had a fixer-upper home, and she thought that she could do that. And first the roof leaked, and then the heater stopped.
Oh.
And so on top of other things, she just couldn't. So we put all new roofs on, new heating system. Again, a lot of the cosmetic work. The artists, we have artists who work with us, and they bring the project to life.
I saw some of the artwork in the show I was watching today.
It's just remarkable. You know, nobody gets real excited about the new roof or with the well goes the generator, a Generac generator, all of those things. But people get really excited about the furniture and the color choices.
That's what they see every day.
That's what they see. And
A roof, you don't think about it unless it leaks.
So we're very grateful for the artists' help. Very, very.
I'm sure.
And then in 2013, that was for in Womelsdorf. Am I being too wordy?
No.
Okay.
Please go on.
That was in Womelsdorf. Again, a single mother. She was a widow with a boy and a girl, and she was living in an enclosed porch on the second floor. That was her bedroom. So they built, that was the big thing that was done there for her. But again, new carpeting and painting and neat things for the kids. They go out of their way to find out what the kids are interested in, what the kids would like, and sort of specialize their rooms.
Christmas in July. When did these builds take place? I saw today it was close to October because there was a pumpkin there.
The build this year is scheduled for, I don't know the exact dates. It's September 13th through the 18th, and I believe the reveal is on the 19th. So that's when we bring the family back.
Right. So it gives you lots of time to get to know the family and what their needs are.
Well, until all the applications come in, it takes a while to whittle that down, and we can't tell you when we're going to announce because then it wouldn't be a surprise.
No. Okay. Well, I won't ask that.
Okay.
Okay. So we're running a little long, but what do you have a website address that you could publicly put out here? What is your website address?
The website address is HBArestoringhope.org, and you can go there and you can find out all the information that you need to know, again, about the application process, about donations, which is really the sweet spot for the part that I was brought on board for. I've only been with Restoring Hope Foundation for just over a year. They tell me I'm supposed to be the rainmaker, so that's a big
Do you
part
dance?
of it. I do not dance. You don't want to see that. So, while it was mentioned earlier that there are donations made of materials, it's really important to keep in mind that there are also monetary needs as well. And so there are times where in the build, as I experienced this last build, where being able to run out and make a purchase for something just makes it a heck of a lot easier when you're right in the week of the build, or a couple weeks leading up. So while there have been a number of companies very supportive over the last 4 builds, that have given materials, everything from furniture to lumber to
Trusses.
roofing and trusses and all kinds of great stuff. Really, the money helps put the icing on the cake, if you will, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
And so we really have set a goal. I've set a goal, and I've had the goal placed on me by our president of raising $25,000 for this year, which would be just a fantastic addition to help make that build very feasible for a very deserving family in the area. So.
And this is a nonprofit 501c corporation, so it's, you know, the funds are spent on the build.
Absolutely.
So
And again, because everything is donated, either labor or materials, you know, it all goes to the build. We won't let Diane take a vacation with that money.
We have no paid staff.
No?
The board members get nothing.
And you spend a lot of time and heartache, I'm sure, deciding on who's going to be the winner.
The reason we can do that, the HBA allows us to use their office, and they allow us to use their staff.
Okay, well, that's very
So-
helpful.
Absolutely.
Well, we're running out of time here. Is there any last parting words you'd like to have to reinforce the foundation?
Well, again, I certainly would like to direct people once again to that website at HBArestoringhope.org for anything and everything, from people applying for the application to donating money to donating time. So that would be a huge help.
There's also a list on the website of the people who have helped over the last 4 years. We haven't been able to break it down by year yet, but we've got them all there, and it'd be really nice to take a look at that too. You can see the businesses and the individuals who've helped. And
So the businesses that donate get a little kudo by being listed on the website.
Yep.
Well, that's great. It's been a pleasure having you on. Very worthwhile foundation here, right here locally in Berks County. If anybody out there can help, you know, monetarily or your time or materials, please feel free to contact the Restoring Hope Foundation or the Berks Home Builders Association. It's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the show. Have a good night.